Hi,
This is
what's up,
sort
man?
of a random question for you, but last time you were here, you had the orange ball, and your ball's green now. Have you switched your ball out, or is it the other way around? You
It's
had the
the other
green
way
ball, and
around.
now you've got okay, so you
Yeah.
got the orange ball, and it says something on it. So can you tell me about the ball?
Oh wow. Um, I actually put up the ball. I've been carrying it my almost my whole career since like my third or fourth year. I got introduced to it by Ron Adams, the assistant coach on Golden State, when he was in Chicago before they let him go. And I feel like it makes my shot one motion. I feel like that's the only reason why I'm still here because it made me change my shot. And the quote I put on it is a quote from Fred Hampton. And that was like months ago prior to all the news surrounding him right now. It's funny how everything comes full circle, but I think the quote says something like if you dare to if you dare to struggle or if you dare to win. I mean, I don't want to mess up the quote, but it's a quote from Fred Hampton, and it's crazy how it's relating to everything, like with the movie and everything that just came out.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey Derek, just wondering how much you feel comfortable with like the different combinations now. It seems like yesterday you got to start with a different lineup, play with Frank for the first time in a game. How are you feeling with the different pairings and stuff?
I think I'm doing a decent job. A lot of people overlook the fact that when I came here, the first time with Melo and KP, that I was the third option, and I think that help my game, help me figure out how could I still affect the game with being the third option. That was the first time in my career that I was put in that position, and I think I did a decent job, and I think it carried on to me going to different teams and just playing my game and finding ways to affect the game in different ways. And that's one of the things that I was telling Quick when he was on the floor when I was playing with him in the second group was that like he never has to look over to the side or has to. I don't want him thinking while when we're on the floor. I want him to play his game. And which yesterday he he's a dangerous guy when he's playing that way. Like you never know. He's getting so much attention when he's playing free like that. And I think it makes everyone else play free and get them open shots.
Peter Body, New York Post.
Derrick, the fourth through 10th teams in the East right now are separated by one game. Just how close do you guys, I guess, pay attention to the standings? And you guys have Indiana tomorrow, who's actually the fourth seed, and you're only a half a game behind them. So how important is that one?
I think it's very important, especially when you have a coach like Tibbs. He's a Martinet type of individual. He's very serious. He knows the standings, and he's going to remind you of it. This is a team that if we make it to the playoffs, we can end up facing them. And everything is about home court, and in the playoffs, that plays a huge role.
Mike Vorkanoff, The Athletic.
Hey, Derek, not my question, but I just want to ask, did you call Tibbs a Martinet? Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to look that up.
All right.
I want to ask you, you mentioned when you, after the trade, you started shooting more threes since you left New York the first time. And the first time you seemed like you didn't want to shoot threes because you felt like it could hit your efficiency rating and just seemed like hurt you in free agency. I mean, how much did that mindset change in the sense where you were comfortable shooting threes and you thought it became a weapon for you as opposed to something you seem to think could hurt you?
I mean, even though with me not taking the shots, I still have to incorporate that into my game. It's something that has never been a part of my game like that. But teams, they're going under on screens now. They're closing out to me short, or not short, but kind of late, seeing if I'm gonna shoot it. And they're set shots. They're giving me, like what I was telling Obi, they're giving you 4 or 5 seconds to shoot. I feel like I can make that shot at a high clip. And it's not like I'm shooting 10 threes a game. Like I'm shooting between 2 to 4. And I feel like I can shoot a high clip when I'm taking the right shots.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Derrick, you mentioned the things you learned when you were here the first time. Just wondering how much, like when you have a night like last night, when you have it going early, do you feel like the same player you were when you started in this league? Do you still feel you can do the things that you did back then?
Yeah. Don't get it twisted now. Yeah, man. Yeah. I never lost that confidence. It was just the situations that I was in, and opportunity. Like in this league, I feel like every player can do what I'm can't do what like the all stars and what everybody else is doing. But if you give a guy the opportunity and go out there and play free, I feel like they could really produce. And a lot of people don't see like the fans and everybody around them see like the leash that's on a lot of players in the league where you can't shoot. You can only shoot a certain amount of shots. The shots are limited. You could, if you turn the ball over, you're going to get pulled. If something happened, if you're on a 1-year deal or this or that, like so, it's so many like elements that go into it that players rarely get the opportunity. And I was blessed enough to get it a few times. And with me being playing efficient and building trust with the coaches that the teams that I've been on, I feel like that plays a huge role. But my confidence has always been there, even though I'm not the same player, like reckless or explosive player. I feel like I'm skilled. I feel like I've been working on my game prior to me having, after all my injuries, and it's about just showing it and adapting.
Last question, Rebecca Harlow.
Yeah, Derrick, just one quick follow-up on the ball. I just want to know if it's a new one this year. And then going back to kind of what Peter was saying, I think for this team moving forward with this group being in playoff contention at this point, you're so crucial to that. Just not only what you bring to the game, what you can do on the floor, but your experience, just being a former MVP, being a guy who's been in the playoffs, understanding kind of what all of it takes. What are you telling the guys about that?
All right, the ball, the green ball that I had, the company like went down, and we were trying to find another ball and we couldn't find it. So the son ended up like rejumping the company, and I think they're in Michigan. So the equipment guy that's in Detroit ended up reaching out to the guys, and they sent over like 4 new balls, and we didn't even know that they like started the company back up. So that was a blessing for me being there, and to get to get to the experience. I feel like when me come to the team, I could just play a new way of playing. Like I don't have to go out there and score 30 points anymore. I had the team on my back for numerous years. I felt all that. I went through all that, and now I have the luxury of playing with young energy. They bring more life to me whenever I'm on the floor. I try to tell guys different things, or I try to tell them if I miss them on certain passes, all they have to do is express that to me one time, and I'll be able to give them the ball. And it's just a new experience for me. So I'm very grateful to be here, and yeah, just trying to take everything in. It's a blessing.